Hello, everyone. This is Morgan Cook with Positively Osceola here for Positively Osceola's Daybreak Live. So excited to be coming to you today. We have a very special guest. We are so excited to have Ms. Linda Gruszynski from Draper Law Office with us. As you guys know, we are so thankful for all that Draper Law Office does here in our community. They really do make a positive difference that we really focus here at Positively Osceola. So it's always a joy to have their staff come join us on our Daybreak Live. So we get all the details about their law office, what they specialize in, and all the things that we need to know. So be sure to hit the thumbs up button whenever you hop on, hit the share button, comment below, and let me know who we have with us. I hope you guys are having a great week and continue to do so. As we know, life doesn't always go according to our plans, and there are times we actually need advice, and that's legal advice at times. If there's anything that happens in anyone's life that might be listening today, then you want to check out today's show, because our guest, like I said, Ms. Linda Gruszynski from Draper Law Office, will be joining us, and she has lots of things to share with us. So very excited to have her be joining us in here in just a minute. So hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, let me know in the comment section who we have with us, and we will go ahead and get started with our Daybreak Live. Alrighty, so at this time, we're going to go ahead and welcome our special guest on our Daybreak Live. Good morning, Miss Linda. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Morgan?
I'm excited. So excited to have you back with us. You have lots of knowledge to share and lots of tips and tricks when it comes to the law field. But to get us started, go ahead and talk to us a little bit about Draper Law Office and the practice that you study there at Draper Law.
Thank you. Charlie Draper has been here, I think, since 1984 or so, 30 some years. And I've been here since the 1st of January, 2012. Mm-hmm. And it is my pleasure to work with Charlie and the rest of his team. Charlie practices in personal injury. Mm-hmm. He did do family law, I understand, at the beginning of his career, and he said, no, thank you. And then injury. And I practice solely in the area of family law and domestic relations.
Absolutely. So we know that when selecting an attorney, whether it is family law or, personal injury, whatever it might be, when selecting that attorney with experience, a positive reputation is super important. Mm-hmm. And as in Draper Law, but something we seldom hear about or talk about is how the client can actually help their own case. No. So what can a client do to assist the attorney who is on their case?
Okay, good question. And oh my gosh, so many things. One thing is, especially when you're first meeting with your attorney, and any meeting thereafter, any phone call thereafter, whatever, keep a list of questions. As things arise, come in with questions, or when you're going to have a phone conference scheduled, have a list of questions. And there's always information that we're going to be providing to you as the client, but keep a list of your questions, and actually attorneys bill by the hour. That's how we, sell time. It's going to save time and money versus every day or every other day you have a question and you email it. Mm-hmm. Versus every Friday, I'm going to send in, hi, how you doing? Here's what's up, and it takes less time. So that is one thing. And another thing, we give our clients homework, so to speak. Once they retain me to represent them in a case, we send them off with certain forms to complete and come back that has a lot of detailed information. And people who organize documents and information and bring it in versus here's my shoe boxes and my boxes. It saves so much time and money to organize all that. And if you don't know how to organize it, let us know, and myself or my assistant will work with you to get it together. But staying on top of information and requests for information is so helpful.
Absolutely. Now, in today's society, social media plays such a critical role in our lives. Everyone is within social media. It seems like their faces are always in their phones. But when it comes to your clients, what do you recommend when it comes to the social media?
Not always practical, but when a client retains my services, I always give them a form that they'll sign that says I recommend that they stay off of it. Mm-hmm. Checking it, seeing what people are doing, that's no harm, no foul. Posting and what have you, attorneys, paralegals, their assistants, they'll constantly be looking for information. And even if it's something positive, look, we're having a great day, you know, well, are you at an expensive resort in the background? And therefore, oh, you must have the money, and money's an issue in the game.
Right.
Just can be used against you. So there's no repercussions in terms of what I do with my client if they do go on, you know, post. I'm just recommending that they don't. It's very useful for attorneys and others just fishing for information.
Right, absolutely. And I feel like that social media in general, you know, you can always perceive something different. Everyone perceives something so differently when they look at it. I could see it and think something, and you could see it and think something.
Exactly.
So it's just, you know, opportunities for attorneys to take it and perceive whatever they want to receive. It's just a simple photo or post. Now, a question that could often be asked is, how do I find an attorney to represent me in a family law matter, such as a divorce or paternity action?
Okay, sure. There's a lot of resources. Many people have friends or relatives, acquaintances. Word of mouth is one method that's tried and true. Online, social, you know, you can just Google, look for attorneys in your area, and then talk to people. I always recommend talking to people. Have they had experience with this attorney or that firm or what have you? DraperLawOffice.com. We're online, and we've got information for you where you can see if you're interested in coming in for a consultation. Also, sometimes people will have a specific area, you know, family law, and then you have Lord knows how many subparts. So if they have a specific problem or specific issue, you can always call the Florida Bar Referral Service and say, here's specifically what I need done. Here's the area where I live, and they'll provide you with the names of some attorneys.
That's very good to know. Great resource. Now, when someone is, you know, upon that consultation, like you just mentioned, should they expect to pay for initial meeting or consultation? How does that kind of work going into the first initial meeting with that attorney?
Sure. Yeah, good question. So all law firms are different. All attorneys are different. Personal injury is a different area of law. So you don't usually pay, and I don't know of any attorneys who charge for an initial meeting for personal injury. In a family law matter, I can't think of any colleagues or attorneys I know now who do not charge for the initial meeting. If you think about it, you're getting some professional advice, and you're going in and it's specific to you because you're asking questions and what have you. But it's, you know, we sell our time, our knowledge, our services. When you retain us, obviously the work is done. So yes, you certainly can expect to pay for an initial consultation. Just you're paying for services. So many times, yes, most of the time.
Yes, now you mentioned, you know, questions and those times going into that first consultation. What kind of questions should be asked upon that first consultation, that first meeting with that attorney?
Okay. I can tell you just based on experience, many years doing initial meetings with people, we have a basic information form, so I have an idea of what the topic is that you're wanting to find out about. And you know, what I would ask once we go through the background and I give an overview of how this process works, some good questions would be, you know, asking about the experience of the attorney. And I always recommend do a few consultations, you know, make sure you have that rapport because it's legal knowledge, but it's also, can we communicate? Are they speaking to you and explaining the process in a way that you can understand? When I go to my tax guy, I say, talk to me like I'm stupid. You know, he knows all the stuff, but it's like, dumb this down for me.
Right, make it relatable to myself.
Relatable, right, yeah. So, and so that rapport, that knowledge, and, you know, getting an estimate of what, every single case is different. So nothing's guaranteed, but a general idea of what they think the fees are going to be for your case. It's I don't know of anyone who can predict the legal fees required to go all the way through a trial, at least through the first phase of a case. What do you need up front, attorney? And how far do you think that will take me? Unexpected things can happen, and that may consume more time and fees. But if there's ongoing communication, then you'll know about that. But, you know, just getting, you know, making sure that the specific issues in your case are addressed is very important. If you've got a concern about somebody closing a bank account or cutting me off of health insurance or what have you.
Absolutely.
By the way, is a big no-no. So
yes. Now, leading off of that, I feel like this is a question that is oftentimes asked, and it's a very complex question, and there's a lot of unknown, like you were just talking about. But that question is, how long will it take to finish my case? And that question comes up a lot. But how do you approach that? Because, like you said, there are a lot of things that determine a trial and a case. So, how do you respond to that client that wants to know, how much time is this going to take for myself?
Yeah, I can certainly estimate it, and part of it depends on how quickly I get information from the client. So sometimes you have to chase them. Hello, have you gotten this back?
Right.
If the client's diligent, completes things, brings it back, I can certainly fairly accurately estimate this first phase, drafting everything, getting it completed, getting it filed. That's not too difficult to estimate. Beyond that, how that other person's going to react, if they're going to dodge service a process, if they're, with that kind of thing, can extend how long it takes. And then if they don't cooperate in the process, then you have to go to court and make them do what they're supposed to do. So it does become very difficult. I mean, estimating a case through trial, you could be looking at a good year from when you get started to get a trial. And it also depends on the judges. And we don't know who you're going to be assigned to. Some judges are faster than others. I'll just leave that there. Some are, we have very knowledgeable, we have very good judges, but some of their dockets are packed and others have lots of space open, and some are brand new. So it takes them a little longer to get up to speed. So it's very difficult to answer that question.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if someone's watching us right now and they're thinking, I want to get in contact with Draper Law, I want to get in contact with Miss Linda, I have questions that I want answered, how do they contact you guys, and where can they get more information?
Yeah, well, DraperLawOffice.com has lots of information, including, how to email us or how to telephone us. Our phone number is 407-846-0075, and DraperLawOffice.com would be the website. And you can call. Maggie is our receptionist. She's wonderful, and she can steer you, and we can set up appointments and get you going from there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much again, Miss Linda, for joining us. We're so thankful to have Draper Law Office within our community. I've said it earlier, but you guys really do make a positive difference in folks' lives, and it does not go unnoticed. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for joining us. I know you have a busy schedule, so always a joy to have you on our Daybreak Live.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. To go ahead and close out this morning, this is Morgan Cook with Positively Osceola, here with Miss Linda Gruszynski from Draper Law Office, and together we're making a positive difference in and around Osceola County.